Hey, this is Rocket Brain Surgeon. Today we're taking a look at the Me-209A. This is a Tier 8 German light fighter, and this plane, above any other plane in the game, has driven me to confusion, has driven me to rage, but somehow I like it because it's one of my most played planes. I don't understand this plane at all. Let's get what I do know out of the way first, as that's a very short story. The flying performance of the plane is excellent. The energy retention feels very Mustang-esque. The plane climbs very well. Tap the boost as you climb because it retains energy retention so well. If you just slam the boost as you climb, you're actually wasting a lot of boost. Just tap it to keep your speed up. You can out-turn most things that you can't out-climb, and you can out-climb a lot. The plane does not have very good high-altitude performance. This makes following jets like the 262 somewhat difficult, but everything that's within your optimal altitude range or below, the plane is going to perform very well. Alright, so the flight performance is very good. No problems there. It's the guns where everything starts to fall apart. The secondary guns, I use the 13mm since the 20mm don't offer substantial damage increase, nor do they offer substantial range increase. So I'm not quite sure what the benefit of having them is. Taking them off yields a little bit more speed, a little bit better climbing, and a little bit better turning radius. On the secondary guns, equip incendiary ammo and try to start some fires now and then. Generally, though, you're not going to be doing hardly any damage with your secondary guns. The stock 20mm is very short range and does such low damage that the stock Me-209 is one of the worst stock planes I've found in the game. The first upgrade to the first 30mm should be familiar to you if you've played the heavy line of the Germans. It's a low velocity, low rate of fire gun that works on the German heavies just because the German heavies have 4 or 6 of these darn things, and you can put a lot of volume out there. On the Me-209, it's fine for shooting something like GA, but when it comes to shooting a target that doesn't really want to be hit, the gunnery becomes very difficult. And finally, we get to the last 30mm, which took me forever to figure out. First of all, the range on it is relatively short, especially for a 30mm. It's going to be about 600 to 650 meters. Second, it overheats incredibly fast. If you've noticed in this video, I'm being very light on the trigger. I'm just tapping it. Tap it. Don't spray. Tap. Because once the 30mm overheats, and it overheats very quickly, you are completely and utterly impotent. The gun is excellent at dealing 200 damage in a burst. However, that pretty much overheats the gun, and now you sit flying around for 20 seconds wondering what you really can do. Your secondary guns just don't deal enough damage to finish the job. So in your games, when you come across somebody who is wounded, finishing them off isn't too bad. But when you have to take down a GA or a 262 from full to nothing, that's when things get incredibly difficult. Once I finally figured out how to shoot and what the plane can and cannot do and stopped trying to force it to do things it can't, it became okay. However, grinding through those first 2 guns and figuring out how to shoot and what the plane needs me to do was really, really painful. Just to give you an idea of how painful, the damage that I'm dealing with is on par with my Tier 6s. I really don't know what to think about this plane. Some good, some bad. Oh well. Hope you enjoyed. Happy hunting.